Okay, I think that's working. I have some wacky hair. I was doing this and then all of a sudden it went all freaky on me. I couldn't tell what I was doing. So if you popped on before, I'm sorry. Welcome to today's 5-Minute Fix. I am Carolyn Tiger and I am, oh wow, this is fun. Thank you so much for letting me know what it is I can chat with you about today. So there were really kind of two topics, and I'm going to cover the one about angry people here in this feed, and I'm going to cover the one about anxiety and depression over in my carolyntiger.com feed. So you can check them both out. We'll do this one first and then the other one. So you can join me for both. Yay! Okay, so angry people, dealing with angry people. I decided to do that one in this feed because yesterday we talked about how the way we treat people is really all about how we feel about ourselves. So this is kind of a continuation of that topic. Now, the key is, I am a firm believer that you attract people who are like-minded to you. So when you're out there in the world being happy, and I'm outside so hopefully you can hear me, but anyway, you're out there in the world being happy and uplifting and you're thinking good thoughts and you're striving to be a good person, you are going to attract people who are like that to you. Now, and people who don't fit that mold, they're just going to kind of harmoniously dissipate away from you. They're not going to hang around with you because they're not going to be comfortable in your energy. That being said, there are places in this world where we get to be with people who are not on the same wavelength that we are. Two of those places that are kind of unavoidable, I mean, you could choose not to go, but it would be probably not a good choice, are work and family. Okay, so how do we handle those people who are angry, unhappy, real downers? I mean, for lack of a better word, we have to spend time with them. We're going to be around them even though they're not like-minded. All right, the first thing is to remember that it's their junk. So the reason that they're angry, unhappy, unkind, it's all about them, it's not about you. So first thing to remember is don't take it personally. Second thing is you can be a game changer. You can be an influencer, even if it's only for yourself. So how do you do that? I worked for a CPA firm for, I don't know, 10 plus years, and I loved tax season. Everybody thought I was crazy. It was super long hours, lots of time at work. Everything was a little bit stressful and hard, and everything comes due at once. So it's a very short period of time that you work really, really hard and really close together. And most of the CPAs were really crabby and really unhappy. But you know what? I was not. And when people were around me, they kind of tucked their grumpy aside and were a little bit more happy. And I'm not going to say they were perfect, but they would complain, but not to the level that I would overhear them complaining to other people. And so you can still have the ability to attract an attitude, a reverence, whatever you want to call it, that's more similar to yours, an energy that is more similar to yours if you work at it. So how do you do that? Because it can really bring you down when you're around these people. Sometimes I am around family members who, for me, talk a little bit too much about depressing political things, which they may be true and they may be out there and I may need to be informed, but I need it in this size, not this size, and it can be hammered too long and it can be depressing and frustrating and hard. And you can't just leave and not be there because it's your family and you're hanging out with them. And you want to be with your family, you just you would rather do something else. So here are a few tips to handle those angry people, those unhappy situations that you choose to be there because A, it's your job, B, it's your family, whatever it be. The alternative really isn't an option for you and the things that you believe in. But these people don't meet your energetic happiness level that you want to be around. And perhaps they're even angry toward you and pointing fingers at you and making you feel, trying to make you down to their level. It's kind of what people do. They like to bring you down to their level, whatever that be. So you want to bring them up to your level. So, yeah, how do we do that? Number one, you start with you. Always start with you. You are the only one that you have control over. You're the only one that you can change. You can be an influencer and others can choose to change because of you and the influence that you have on them, but you don't change them. So start with you. When you're around those angry people who are unhappy to be at work, grumping around, causing everybody grief. I mean, usually angry people, they are full of meanness towards everyone around them. And it's really because of what's going on in them. So when you're around them, you secretly say to them from your energy to theirs, I salute the divinity in you. That's it. That says, I recognize who you are on the inside, and this angry, gnarly person that you are on the outside right now, I know that's not you. And energetically, you don't say it out loud, they're not going to be receptive to that. But you say it to them, I salute the divinity in you. And you can read about this in The Game of Life and How to Play It. There's a great example in there about some monks that used this as I don't know, they did it, and it was really awesome. But anyway, so I salute the divinity in you. What will happen is, their energy is going to hear that from yours. You know, just you walk by and you think in your mind, I salute the divinity in you. And smile as you pass by. And let them feel your energy as you walk by. Let them feel that love that, you know what, I recognize you're in a bad place, but I know deep inside you're a good person, and I'm going to salute that good person that you are inside. And watch what a difference that will make over time. No, it doesn't happen overnight. It would be nice if it did, but it doesn't. But it's you changing that. It's you choosing how to let them treat you. And as you choose to treat them with love and kindness, they can't help but reciprocate that eventually. The other thing is to give yourself an energetic shield. And this is something that I have to be very strong about because I tend to take on people's things and internalize them. And so I have to work really hard on my shield, especially with specific people. And you can do that so simply with the zip up. Do you remember the zip up that we learned? You just start at your belly button, hold your fingers like this, and go up here and lock it in place. That just zips up it's a meridian line that you're zipping up. Another thing you can do is fluff your aura. Remember the aura fluff? You go around your feet, up around your head, and back down to your feet. That is your energetic field around you. It's your energetic bubble, and it helps shield you from their garbage that they're throwing out at you that they don't even recognize that that's what they're doing. So those are two things to help you with the angry people that you work with. The third one comes from Dr. Wayne Dyer, his book. I can't think of it now. Oh, no, I can't remember. Intention. The Power of Intention, I believe. Power of Intention. And in there he talks about his relatives who, I don't have the book with me, I was going to look this up, but he talks about so it's all from memory. He talks about his relatives who are really hard to be around and that he didn't agree with any of their philosophies or anything. And he decided that he was going to change that on his level. He was just going to say, wow, that is really interesting. What makes you think that way? And just let them share. And he said, interestingly enough, as time went on, not only did his relatives soften, but he enjoyed spending time with them, and the things they talked about shifted, and they were no longer so abrasive and hard for him to deal with. So those are a couple things to help you in the meantime with those angry coworkers or ornery people that you have to spend time with. You know, shield yourself up so you're not taking on that garbage and letting it bring you down. Make sure that you are energetically sending love to them because, gosh, they are just in a really bad place. When they're angry and mean, it's because they're in a really bad place. And so they need to feel that love. So share them. And you know what? It'll boost you too. It'll help you recognize, when you say, I salute the divinity in you, that's going to help you see the divinity in you as well, which will raise your vibration and help shield you. And the third one is to just be receptive. If you can, I remember my sister-in-law when she was going to college, and she works with elementary children, and she had some young children of her own, and I hope I get this right, but her main thing was when the little 3-year-old is out of control and you take them out of their environment and refocus their direction. So you actually pick them up and move them and let them see something else. And so that's what you're going to do with those coworkers, those family members. Shift it. Wow, that's really interesting. Why would you say that? And then say, wow, have you ever seen XYZ? And start focusing on something different that's maybe of a higher vibration. It doesn't happen overnight, but it will happen with continued use. So hopefully that helps you on your journey with your angry coworkers and gnarly family. And tune into CarolynTiger.com if you want to learn about anxiety and depression. All right, bye-bye everyone.